So Amy Schumer is responding to backlash over her new film. You may remember they came out with a trailer for it. It's called I Feel Pretty, and in it she like hits her head and suddenly thinks she's super hot. Instantly people jump down her throat saying like this is putting out the wrong image for women, that they have to either be insane to believe they're hot, or why are they preoccupied with being pretty and not being confident. She tries to clear everything up. She says, quote, in one of her interviews she did with Vulture magazine, she said, "There's been a lot of projection. I heard a lot of, she doesn't have the right to feel bad about herself because she looks however she looks. But first off, it's not about an ugly troll becoming beautiful. It's about a woman who has low self-esteem finding some. Everyone's got a right to feel that feeling regardless of their appearance. We all struggle with self-esteem. I certainly have. Your friends who you think are so beautiful, they could be struggling too. It's not our place to say who should be allowed to have low self-esteem. Thoughts, 5 words or less."
This interview feels pretty good.
Everyone can relate to this.
Someone thinks trolls are beautiful.
I feel petty. After I saw it, I was like,
I feel petty.
Yeah, a little petty, but no, this seems like the right answer to what people brought up.
Yeah, her publicity circuits that she's been doing to promote this movie have been really interesting, because we did have a very strong reaction to the trailer that she actually says she totally understands. It feels as though the trailer, and this sometimes happens in the case of Suicide Squad comes to mind, where the trailer sort of misrepresents what the movie is about. Because I watched the trailer back after reading her interview, and it does feel as it doesn't feel like we're getting the sense of the movie that she's talking about. Now, the movie she's talking about sounds really cool, and it is about like inner confidence, and there's some spoilers in the Vulture interview, but the trailer that they put out to promote it, and I think a lot of the promotion totally got lost in translation, and people came for it pretty hard on the internet.
With Amy Schumer, I like what she said. She said people are gonna be upset regardless. They're gonna find something to be mad about. That's, social media, and that's the world we live in. I was never really a big Amy Schumer fan until
Get Out.
Yeah, I saw Snatched was Get Out right now, the end of you and me. Ooh, boom, JoJo 2004, get it. But when I now listen to Amy Schumer talk and I see her interviews, I'm liking her more mature kind of approach to things as before a couple years ago, when she was just trying to be that girl that people wanted Amy Schumer to be. I think movies like this, people get bothered with them because we're all about body positivity, we're all about inclusivity and all these things, but we also need to be about taking a beat and really saying, okay, as you said, what is this movie actually about? Before, the same thing we talked about with Bright, and people are like, oh, this movie's crazy, and didn't really watch it. We have to kind of do our due diligence and figure out what the hell's going on before we go on social media and say what the hell is going on, right?
Yeah, I really like Amy Schumer, and I've always really liked her, and I think that with this movie, I wasn't really sure why people were hating on it, to be honest. To me, it's funny that the irony that somebody would need to like hit their head on the floor to look in the mirror and like what they see.
Right.
To me, that's funny. Yeah. And I think that people, if they say, oh, that could never, you can't just look in the mirror and think that you're pretty. But the thing is that's how it starts. Just small little steps towards confidence. And anybody that says, oh, I don't have a problem with that, I don't struggle with that, you're lying. Right. It doesn't matter what you look like, who you are. There's some part of you that you are self-conscious about. So that's why I think everybody can relate to something like this.
There is a part about a scene they say with Emily Ratajkowski's in the film, and she gets down on herself. And then Amy Schumer kind of mentions her feelings about it. She says, the first instinct, at least for me, is to skinny shame her, to be jealous. But look, I have become a rich and famous person, and I'm no happier now than I was when I was waiting tables. That's the truth. Just like everybody, no matter who it is, probably has some trouble in their own life.
Yeah, and I think to make it so clear as she's doing these interviews that the movie is about inner confidence and self-esteem and building yourself up from the inside out, and how people will respond to that, versus what it sort of felt like in the trailer and through some of the promotion was just like, and now she's hot, and we all were guilty of projecting what we thought a hot person was that she was seeing, Yeah. And I think that she points that out, and so I'm really glad that she's sort of clarifying what was totally misconstrued online.
And then like the theme of the movie also becomes like, it's what you think yourself and you project it out into the world to be true. So if maybe by having these reactions, you're projecting out into the world that you jump to conclusions a little quickly.
That's valid.
Yeah, and I did, but I did listen into the What the Flick, another show on the TYT network. What the Flick did a review earlier today, and they both really liked it. There was a woman who saw it with her 17-year-old daughter, and they really bonded about this message of confidence. And that's what she said at the time. The film is about confidence, and now that it's in theaters, or I think on Friday it's in theaters. Also see Super Troopers 2. Because that got made. Really well, and they came in and promoted it on this show. Steve Lemmy came here, congratulations. I'm gonna see that damn movie. You will too.